What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And today we're having a look on the One Piece Treasure Cruise subreddit Discord. And the main reason for it is because my man Solaris is the new data miner, and we have these icons here for a brand new batch of treasure map characters. We know this is the treasure map batch. We do know that the silhouette was going to be Flampe. Unfortunately, they didn't release my man Mr. Slam Jam Katakuri, so we're going to have to wait a little bit longer before we get another Katakuri legend. But speaking of that, am I the only one? I'm probably not the only one, let's be real, but I'm definitely feeling like overwhelmed and kind of tired of the continuous release of SugoFest exclusives. Now, I know that we're all waiting for that one big thing to arrive, likely going to be One Piece Day if I had to make an assumption, but I mean, to be honest, I am kind of sick of all the legends that are releasing, and when they do release a new legend and they're on the same caliber as this legend, it really just frustrates me because this unit doesn't really bring anything new to the table. It's just very bland, nothing really new or refreshing in this kit at all. And obviously the legend that we're talking about is this treasure map legend debuting, which is going to be Nami and Kara. I know some people are going to be excited about that, and I'm really happy for those people. You know, a lot of people love Kara and want to get their representation in the game, and that's obviously really, really cool. But this character doesn't really bring a lot to the table, and I don't think you're going to miss out on much if you don't pull this unit. Obviously, it's very good for the upcoming treasure map. Enough of the chit chat. Let's actually get to discussing what this unit actually does. And the crazy thing is, right, is we have this information and there's no data download yet. So Solaris has been able to data mine the information in the game before the actual download is hit, which is bizarre, but not every piece of information is available right now. We only have the captain ability and the specials of all the units, so we don't have the switch abilities of these units. We don't have the rumble kits, so we'll discuss more of that tomorrow, as around news time tomorrow we should be getting the data download for this brand new batch, and we'll get a bit more information. But here we have Kara and Nami. Artwork obviously is pretty crazy, and it is going to be an extended artwork. As you see, the top and bottoms are faded off, so this is an extended artwork, which is kind of cool. But this unit's captain ability will reduce the crew's special charge time by 2 turns at the start of the quest, heals the crew by 2 times character's recovery at the end of the turn, int, dex, and cerebral characters, going back to that same combination, boosting their attack by 5.75 when your HP is full, 5 times otherwise, HP by 1.2, dex, int, and recovery slots are beneficial, allows the crew to overheal up to 2 times the limit. And that's basically it. That's all their captain ability does, which, to be honest, is like super generic. Cooldown, attack boost, HP, matching slots, and allows overhealing. And you only get the bigger attack boost when you are at the high HP thresholds. So I don't know, this captain ability is just so mediocre. I just don't see myself ever using this character as a captain. I mean, something specific would have to show up. Obviously, if you end up pulling this unit, very, very good for the treasure map. The special ability of this unit reduces bind, special bind, and burn by 6 turns, heals 30,000 HP, changes all slots including block into matching. You get a chain boundary for 1 turn based on the amount of HP that you have healed beyond your max HP before you launch the special. So whenever you launch the special, you're always going to get a 2.75 chain boundary for 1 turn. Then it says that if you've healed 20,000 or more HP, you get a 3.0 chain boundary, and then if you've healed 50,000 or more HP, it's a 3.25 times chain boundary. Of course, if the enemy inflicts you with the removed or accumulated values effect, that will reset this back to the 2.75 value. But still, I mean, that's a pretty good chain boundary. It's still pretty strong, especially because they also say that here that if you've healed above the 50,000 threshold, then you also get a 1.5 chain multiplicative buff for 1 turn, and then you fuse into the dual unit for 3 turns. So just a little bit of a refresher as well. So you got Kara is dex, Nami is int, and in their combined form, there's cerebral free spirit. So I assume cerebral free spirit is on all sides of this character. So honestly, across the board, it's just generic, you know, and you do need to heal quite a bit to get that maximum special, to get chain boundary and chain multiplicative buff. Of course, you know, they're releasing another Legend Nami when we already have, you know, the other New Year's Legend Nami, who is already still incredible, to be honest. And this character is not going to be replacing that unit in any sense, but, you know, they just do different things. You know, this character just has this really cool ability of bind, special bind, and burn removal, which definitely can be good. I know some people were talking about this unit potentially being good for that Grand Voyage or something, you know, versus Arlong, but the thing is, this character is not a striker. I think you had to have strikers, or is it Cerebral? No, it was Cerebral, right? So I guess technically this could be the new Nami replacement for those teams. I'm not too sure if it's actually going to work, or if people can build teams around that. But I guess for people that want to still beat that Grand Voyage, then maybe it builds a bit of excitement towards that. But personally speaking, I'm not that excited about this unit at all. Just, I don't know. I'm just not excited, man. I really hope the Rumble kit is good to give it a bit of something. Potentially some Cerebral support. It could honestly be free Spirit support as well. It's hard to say with these types of units, you know? So that's just the legend. Again, we don't have the switch effect details. I assume the switch effect will remove Special Bind, unless if the crewmate ability already does that. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Moving on though, we have Charlotte Smoothie as one of the treasure map rare recruits. Her captain ability is probably not going to matter too much, reducing special charge time by 1, powerhouse cerebral boost, HP boost, heal 30% of determined by number of enemies defeated. Okay, yeah, so every time you kill something, you heal a certain HP value of your recovery. It's whatever. The special, which is the most important part, reduces all enemies, damage reduction, defense up, and this is damage threshold by 4 turns. So removing all of those key defensive abilities by 4, it's good, but 4 turns is so frustrating. 4 turns is really not enough. Unless this character has double special, then that changes things. And then it says it changes adjacent slots to recovery. If the amount of HP is healed beyond the crew's max HP before you launch the special is 15,000 or more, double index cerebral orbs for 1 turn. And then if it's 30,000 or more, you additionally boost their attack by 2.25 for 1 turn. And if it's 50,000 or more, boost their base attack by plus 1,000 for 1 turn. That's interesting. So you don't just get like a better orb boost, you just get additional abilities based on the amount of healing that you've done. I think this is a very interesting special, but it is such a shame that this effect is only for 4 turns. If this was 5 turns, this unit would be so much more exciting. And also, these treasure map rare recruits will typically have support effects, so I'm expecting this to have a relatively good support effect, hopefully attaching to a bunch of the Charlotte family, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. We also have a brand new Charlotte Pudding arriving to the game, and she will go ahead and have a captain ability that is, again, pretty mediocre, and you don't use these characters for their captains, but the special heals the crew by 40 times recovery, reduces paralysis by 6 turns, which is very good, changes adjacent slots into recovery, and if the captain is cerebral or fighter, you extend the duration of the crew's chain lock and base attack boost by 2 turns. Makes perfect sense. You know, you got this character which boosts base attack for 1 turn. This character gives you the chain boundary effect for 1 turn. When you use Pudding special, you can get that extended for 2 turns. So that makes sense. So you can make like a 1 turn buff become 3, carried over multiple stages. Makes sense, but this character doesn't do a lot. Like outside of this treasure map, like I can't think of too many instances where this Pudding is going to be used due to healing, paralysis removal. The 6-turn paralysis removal is obviously very good, definitely the best component of this unit. And then adjacent into recovery is kind of whatever. And then if you've got a certain captain, you extend chain locks and base attack boost. It just seems a little too niche for my liking. The last character that is also in this list is the new treasure map Flampe. Flampe, who is the boss character, Shooter Cerebral, and her captain ability will boost int and cerebral by 1.3 HP, 3.75 attack, boosting their attack by 4.25 when your HP is 90% or above, or 50% or below, and 10% damage reduction. Very odd captain ability, I must admit, not the best. And then the special of this free-to-play unit that we all get extends the duration of attack boosts for 1 turn, makes it easier to land perfects for 3 turns. If the crew has a chain additive boost, when the special is launched, applies increased damage taken status to all enemies by 1.5 for 2 turns, and then it says boost the chain multiplier by 1.2 for 3 turns otherwise. Okay, so it's kind of cool. So when you launch the special, you get a 1.2 chain boost for 3 turns, but if you've already got one, you instead inflict increased damage taken. I kind of dig it. I wish this was, I mean, for 3 turns it doesn't actually make a lot of sense, because when you move to a new stage, it's a debuff only on that specific stage. So yeah, okay, I can kind of respect it. And then furthermore, if Mr. Slam Jam is on the crew, or is set as a support for this character, delays all enemies for 1 turn, and applies paralysis for 1 turn. So just applying a bunch of debuffs can potentially apply increased damage taken, delay, and also paralysis for 1 turn. That's pretty cool. I don't see this character really seeing a lot of play. I hope this unit has a good support. Probably not, let's be real. I don't, again, really see too many situations where this special is going to be useful, at least for right now. I'm sure there's going to be like weird bosses that will come out where this special is going to be really, really useful for it. But as I say it right now, not going to be that useful. So again, like this batch of units, it just seems so weird, because Like, some of the units are okay. There's some okay abilities going on. I'm not a fan of the Sugofest exclusive. I just think that I wish there was something a bit more unique in this kit that really drew me to this character. You know, like Croc and Dofi came out last Kizuna, and while the unit isn't going to be for everyone, it's not a unit that everyone's going to get a chance to pull. But I do think, you know, introducing like random weird abilities on these legends to make them more desirable, even like Legend Perispera that came out during the Kizuna a few months back or earlier on this year. Something like that. He had such a unique kit in his build that made him more desirable, and I really hoped that this character had something like that, but no, it's just, you know, Nami and Carrot, two characters that get a lot of representation in this game, and with very generic kits. So I'm not that happy about this batch, but let me know your thoughts and opinions about it all down below in the comment section. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.